I wanted you all to see it twice. I just wanted you guys to see it twice. There's 2 countdowns. We're live. A little new music ambiance coming in here, Roy.
So dramatic.
So dramatic. It just there's a reason for that. There's a reason for this intro music for this live stream today. As another reason I want to play this is because I tell you something. This right here, probably one of my favorite Netflix series. This guy, this series, this symbol, just want to punish everything. And I tell you what, I can't wait till it comes back out here, Roy. I'm Rob Eggers. This is Roy Herman. We're here on the live stream, Hashtag City Backstage Sports Edition. We got a lot to cover today. We have a huge show coming up. Roy, why does coffee taste better at night and not the morning?
I don't know, buddy. I'm not a coffee drinker, so you're gonna that's all you on that.
Yes. I want to give a shout out to our partner, also to Debbie. Make sure to check out Debbie.gg. New flavors, new merch has come out, so make sure to check them out on the website.
They have them in cans now, like C4.
Absolutely, and that is like it's way better because on the go, pre-made, and I'm excited to get mine here in the future. But yeah, make sure to head to good old Debbie.gg and use our code HJC Media Group right up there in that corner over there. So, all right, Roy, we got a lot to talk about today for this 45-minute to an hour live stream. We're going to be talking a little bit about the NHL that's going on right now. I have a monitor right behind me, technically my TV right behind me, scoping out the game. It's a pretty good game right now. It's 1-0 Florida. I am talking about the Florida Panthers and the New York Rangers. Game 6. Mike Bennett has scored the only goal tonight, and he's on fire. This is his, I believe, 5th goal of the postseason. He is definitely leading the way right now, and it's fun to watch. I like to see Florida head there for the 2nd year in a row, Stanley Cup that is, and it would be a great matchup, great finals. Oilers and I like to see good old Oilers and Panthers should be good.
A little Connor McDavid. You got to have one of the league's premier superstars going until Connor Bedard gets there. I'm not a New York fan, but I will say this: New York's had a hell of a run for the city. The Knicks made it all the way up to like the conference finals. They lost the Rangers, so gives that city something to be happy about. But this looks like it's Florida's time. Go back and like I said, Connor McDavid, you got to have one of the league's premier superstars in there for the ratings,
right?
And go from there, man. But it's been a good NHL series so far. Good finals. I mean,
it's been a great overall playoff, to be honest with you. Poor Leafs. Let's just rest in peace, the Toronto Maple Leafs, because once again, just not getting it done in Game 7s. They're going to have to figure something out over there. They're going to lose their franchise. And I mean, possibly even leaving Toronto. You never know. They might get kicked out of Toronto. We don't want to see that happen. I doubt it'll ever happen, by the way.
No, hockey's a religion there. So
yeah, absolutely.
Maple Leaf Garden. No way.
And then what else we got coming up, Roy, on the show today?
We got a lot to talk about. We've got the Sky, and we had the Indiana Fever today matchup. So it was the premier matchup of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. It was the rematch between the two since they last met in the NCAA championship. We got a lot to talk about as far as going to make a mention today about someone who passed away, and they have a GoFundMe page. So we're gonna bring that up in a little while and just share about how you can contribute if you feel that you want to. And the death of the Regional Sports Network in baseball.
That is some sad news.
What's happening there? What's the future hold? And a lot of people cannot even watch their home teams in their own cities. You could watch them out of state. You just can't watch it in your own hometown. So the heck is going on with that crap?
So yeah, with that said, we want to say hello to everyone that is joining us live here on my personal Facebook and on YouTube and Twitter X. Thank you guys for joining us. We are here mainly also to promote our next big guest that will be coming
Yes.
on our
How could I
show.
forget that, Rob?
And
Thank you
how
for
could we
reminding
forget?
me. Duh.
But go ahead, Roy, and let everyone know that it has been confirmed, and we're going to be talking this week, and we will have a show date coming soon.
Yeah, so from Southern Illinois University down in Edwardsville, Sam Quigley. She is an alumni of Joliet Catholic Academy. Then she played her 4 years at DePaul under the legendary Doug Bruno with her sister, Allie Quigley, former WNBA great. And then Sam goes into coaching. She was a point guard, so it only made sense being a floor leader. She goes into coaching. She starts out at the University of St. Francis, a D3 school. Then she goes up to Lewis University. So, University of St. Francis for your out of towners, that's in Joliet, Illinois. Lewis, which is a step up then, is in Romeoville, Illinois. Now she's with the Southern Illinois University team. So she's D1 now. And what's next for Sam? Only time will tell. But her star is bright. The way the WNBA is going right now, women's basketball, like Sam is just the story she's got to tell, what everybody she's played with, her sister, Doug Bruno, I mean, in the coaching circle, they're tight. So Gino Ariema, she knows, Pat Summit back in the day. She's got stories, man, for days. And we're going to get her thoughts on Caitlin Clark and this current state of the WNBA today. Wow. And Sam herself just went in the East Suburban Catholic Hall of Fame. So congratulations to that. That's no slouch at all whatsoever. Her whole family, they were athletic greats. Her brother, Brian, who works at the school right now, played for the San Diego Padres, Joliet Slammers. Bam. Right? Sister, we just mentioned, WNBA. Her mother, they didn't have the WNBA back in the 70s. Had they, did. When we're talking today about some of the greatest of all time, her mother might have been the greatest women player of all time. Her mother was that good, but we'll never know. So, anyway, her family's great. I know her mom and her stepdad. I work with them at Joliet Catholic because I do public dress announcing them. I got to meet her stepdad, who's a wonderful man. You want to talk about mental health? He goes fishing every day. He's retired. He does not stress, Rob. He does not stress. And he said some guy came up to him one day while he's out fishing and was like, "Hey, I'd like to talk to you about something about stress." He goes, "You're talking to the wrong guy, man." He goes, "I don't stress. Zero." He's like, "Life's too short, and he is not going to die of some type of stress. That's for sure." So, great man who stepped into their life after the untimely passing of their dad at a young age. So it's going to be a can't miss show, especially with the way the WNBA is so big right now. And I guess that could be a good segue to talk about the next topic.
Clark. Yeah, absolutely.
Caitlin Clark. If you don't know who she is, you've been living under a rock, right? So the Sky come to town, and I'm sorry, the Sky come to Indiana. The Fever defeated the Sky 71-70, so it was just a 1-point game. I mean,
And you just watched that game today
I
too,
just
right?
watched it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so Caitlin Clark's team's not off to a good start, but they got their first home win. They're 2-8 now, so not off to a good start. So basically, Caitlin Clark coming in as a rookie and her team, they're all new, so they're still gelling and they're still trying to find their chemistry. But let me tell you, Angel Reese, who plays for the Sky, right? So she's with LSU, and it's Iowa. They played for the conference, or they played for the national championship. It reminds me of '79, Michigan State, Magic Johnson, Indiana State, French Lick, Larry Bird. These two remind me of that rivalry that will and can be in the WNBA. It was just amazing to watch. Caitlin had a pretty decent game. She scored 13 points. She had a few three-pointers. But I got to talk about one thing in particular that's bothered me, Rob. I don't know. That? People haven't been watching her lately. She's been getting a lot of abuse, and you may have those clips. Just a couple games ago against Seattle,
mm-hmm.
She gets manhandled. And then today, a cheap shot. She gets a body check on the floor. And from my seat, where I'm watching, everybody else could weigh on this. To me, it looks like she's getting bullied. It looks like she's coming into the league. Everybody's jealous. She had the big NIL deal, one of the richest deals. Okay, it's her and Caleb Williams. They're the NIL Hall of Famers for the most part. She comes into the WNBA. She's getting like the Jordan treatment. I'm watching commercials today with Jordan's voice and in the background, and then they show him at the end, like a little montage of him. And she's all over TV now. This is a great thing for women's athletics. Little girls out there everywhere to have a role model and a superhero. But why? Tell me, why do all the players right now feel the need to have to body check her, knock her down to the ground? I understand the talking trash. That's what you do. But why is everybody trying to physically now, not just mentally get in her head?
Let's check this scene out and see what she had to say about that.
Roll it.
Where's the audio here? There it is.
Did you get any type of understanding from the officials on how you guys are doing that at this point?
Yeah, that's just not a basketball play, but got to play through it. That's what basketball's about at this level. So
there it is at the bottom.
We've been really physical. We've missed some bunnies around the rim, and so hopefully those fall in the fourth. But
did you see what she said to her though? She says something, you bitch. I don't know if they showed the other side view. Check the bottom out one more time.
Type of understanding from the officials on how you guys are doing that at this point.
Yeah, that's just.
So see at the bottom, see what her mouth said, you bitch, or something like that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That was deliberate from the get-go, you bitch. Yeah, you bitch, something like that. Like a target. Yeah, you bitch. Look at that joke. Just look at that. It's not a cool play. This is getting out of hand in sports, especially this new era of sports. I mean, the rivalry between Michael Jordan and Reggie Miller and Spike Lee and Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I mean, everybody, right? I mean, let's go back to where the big dogs were at. Walt Chamberlain was just the most dominant force in points of all time. Bill Russell. Let's talk about some old bulls. Love. Let's talk about Dennis Rodman and when he was on the Pistons, how much he hated the Bulls. That was a rivalry. Are we seeing a rivalry right here? We said it one more time. Are we seeing a rivalry right here, right now, Roy, between the Sky and the Fever, the WNBA?
It could be, but right now it seems like everybody, it's not just the Sky, but everybody wants a piece of Caitlin Clark. And I just don't understand. So why is the league, are they jealous of her? Like, what is the problem here? I'm not understanding it. There was no need to knock her down. And not only that, yell bitch over her. What you should be doing at that point is offering a hand and helping her up and saying, I'm sorry, right? Let's go. Let's get it. And here's my thing. If you're threatened by her, if you're mad at her because she's making more money than you, she's getting more endorsements than you, she's just better than you on the court, get your ass in the gym at sun. Do it like Michael Jordan did. Because the Pistons, I mean, they just beat his ass up and down. I mean, they knocked him down. Bill Laimbeer, Rodman, they were thugs, man, bullies, just knocking you down, pounding you on the ground. Dude, what did Jordan do? He just got his ass into the gym at like 5 a.m. every day till like 10, 11 o'clock at night. I mean, whatever he had to do. And in 95, when he came back and he lost to the Pacers and he lost in those playoffs, that summer, man, he went on a tear. He just worked out hard to come back and go 72-10. So the best revenge isn't physical revenge. It's to train. It's to go Rocky style, man, and to come back and win. So if you want to get at Caitlin Clark, don't knock her down. Don't call her a bitch. Just outwork her in the gym and on the court and beat her. That's how you have to do it. Because Jordan had to put up with that crap with the Pistons. The Pacers tried that crap. The Knicks tried that crap. But what did he do? He just beat you. All right, you're not going to let me go to the rim? You're going to knock me down and I can't dunk on you and do layups? I'm just going to shoot threes at you. 6 3-pointers against the Portland Trailblazers in 92. And he goes, like that.
I remember that like it was yesterday. Real quick update, Roy. NHL update. With Florida Panthers just scored a goal not too long ago. Good old Tarasenko. Great lead pass. And boom, what a snipe right in We have about 6 minutes to go here in the third. Florida Panthers, guys, up 2-0, looking to make it to the Stanley Cup final for the second time in a row.
Barring a catastrophe or a breakdown, it looks like that could be official, my friends. But you never say never, right? You got to play it
Never
out.
say never, but I feel Florida is a really good defensive team, and I think this is their strength. They're great in clutch performances. You've seen that in the Tampa Bay game series, and they really roughed them up. But at the same time, Florida has been more of a dominant force as well, and kind of the underdog in the playoffs. But with that said, once again, don't want to interrupt with your story here, Roy. Just want to give an update to all the hockey fans.
Please, this is huge news. The hockey, man, that break in at any time. But I'm just saying, Caitlin Clark's amazing. You know, coming out of Iowa, what a story. You know, and she's not the tallest. She's not the most athletically gifted, you know, physical presence, but man, is she just lighting it up. I'm a big fan of hers. Like, go get them, Caitlin. As I'm a fan of the league, I'm loving everything that I'm seeing out of the league right now. All these young players that are in there. I think the league is at its all-time popularity. Season tickets are up across the league. The season pass, people actually want to buy the subscriptions and get all the games on TV. I was watching Jared Payton on GN last night, and he's like, they're like, why don't you get season tickets, you know, for your kids, right? And he's like, we live too far. But he goes, we got the league pass. But people are taking notice, man. And when Caitlin Clark's on, like, I watched it. I DVR'd it, but I sat down and I watched it. And I watched the whole game. And I can't tell you the last time I watched a whole WNBA game. And that's even when Ellie Quigley was playing out of Joliet Catholic, because I was a big fan of hers and Candace Parker. But man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Wow, she is good, man. Like I said, I think it's going to be a Magic Johnson, Larry Bird with the Sky and the Fever. In fact, June 23rd here in Chicago, I got my calendar circled. They're coming to Wintrust Arena. I'm going. I got to see Caitlin Clark in person. It's like going to see Tiger Woods. It's like going to see Michael Jordan, Walter Payton. Like, it's a must-see. You got to get there. And if you're fans out there, circle here in Chicago. June 23rd, Wintrust Arena. I think it's like a 5 o'clock game. So anyway, remarkable. Like, wow, is all I could say. Like, I'm about to order up a shirt, Caitlin Clark shirt. That's how much of a fan I am. Just amazing, man. And she's confident. Like, I listened to one of her interviews on the Today Show, and she just said, every time I shoot a three, she's like, it's going in. It's going in. And the reporter's like, well, sometimes when I watch you, you know, I feel a little bad. I kind of think, oh, she's not going to make the basket. And she's like, what's up with that? She's like, you don't have confidence in me? And she's like, no, I do. Caitlin Clark has confidence in herself. She's like, it's going in. I'm going to win. And that's a good thing. Everybody should have self-esteem. She's not cocky. She's not arrogant. She's not a narcissist. She just has the best self-esteem. And that's a lesson for all of us out there. Just like the Nike, man. Just do it.
Just do it. Just do it, man.
When I was in my bowling championship, I promised I did a Joe Namath, man. I did a Joe Namath. I told my teammates, I said, guys and gal, we have one girl on the team. I said, we are going to win this. Just follow me.
That's right.
And I could tell when everybody came out, they were tight. I'm trying to loosen the team up, you know, a little bit, little confidence things here, little jokes, you know, keep everybody loose. I said, just follow me. We won game one. Everybody loosened up game two. Game two was done, signed, sealed. We didn't know we had it yet, but I said, guys, I don't know if we have it here. Officially on paper, it looks like we do. Let's not take our foot off the gas. So game three, we came out on a roll until they broke in the middle of game three and said, congratulations, you guys are the champions. And I said, let's order up a pizza. Trying to celebrate, because you got to celebrate, man. You got to when you do something special and big, you have to stop and celebrate. You have to, because winning is hard. It's not easy, and when you accomplish something like that, dude, it's kind of what we're on right now. Me and you, man, we're on a road. on a road to Netflix, man.
We are on a very big road, Roy. Very big road. I just feel like I got to take the mic off. I got to sit back a little bit. I got to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Just like everybody else out there right now on Twitter, on my personal Facebook, and of course on our YouTube page. All the love to all our new subscribers. You guys are awesome. We are doing this the authentic way. We're going to get there. And when we earn our spot at the top, which we know we'll get there, guys, and you're going to take us there and you're coming with us, the OG squad has been made. And here's some new news I want to talk about. That's why the music's also playing. If everyone knows who Louis Rees-Zammit is, he's going to most likely be Kansas City Chiefs' new kick returner. So if you all don't know, you're going to get to know him. He's an awesome dude in real life. I had once again had the opportunity to work with Louis for 10 weeks with the NFL IPP via James Cook. I had the opportunity to work with him for a second year in a row. So everything's been great, man. I'm just very proud of everybody in this year's class. I've said it in previous shows, ladies and gentlemen. And if you haven't seen any of our shows, if you're new to our channel, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, if you wouldn't mind, just click that share button, that retweet button, and we highly appreciate you guys in the whole OG squad right now. Y'all are in the OG squad. Well, the OG realm will be closing soon, so let's get there.
Dude, we're like Cobra Kai on YouTube Red before they even made it to Netflix.
And once again, I always wanted to know, why does coffee taste better at night? Please tell us in the comments if you agree. Are you a morning coffee drinker, a night drinker, or do you drink the damn thing 24/7, even in your sleep? Do you have a pet pouch in your arm? I hope you don't. If you do, that's a problem. Do not do that. So with that said, I just want to talk a little bit about a lot of the progression that Louis has had in KC. We're hoping to get James Cook on again because we did talk to him. He said probably at the end of May, early June. So we're going to figure out when to get him back on. And so stay tuned for that. But, we have a lot of guests coming on, guys and girls, because this show is only going to get better. And we are, I should say, excuse me, coffee's kicking in. We are accepting donations for the show. We're not asking for anything. Anything is awesome and welcomed. Trust us. The mission is simple, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking to go on a tour-like podcast, something different that no one else is doing right now, and help out each community we go into, making our way to dog shelters, cat shelters, no-kill shelters. And we want to get these pets adopted. We'll do anything we can to help out the lovely animals because, once again, if you don't know, I have a 17-year-old cat that my lady's had her whole life. I adopted him. I've been with him now for 5 years, and I love that cat. He's been fighting through a lot of turmoil. Yeah, so it's like I almost want to go to a shelter right now and adopt a little kitten so he can have a little friend. But unfortunately, in the small space we have at this time, I don't think that's a good idea. So the whole point is, man, we want to do this for a career, and we've been doing this since 1997. I stepped away, went into the music scene and became a DJ, and it blew up from there in 05 to about 08, and then the economy crashed. We all know that. Had to get back per se into the real world, and it's okay. It's always time for a reset. You got to reset sometimes. You got to be aware. You gain some wisdom through life, right? And that entails why we also are mental health advocates. So me and my boy here, Roy, are always here for each other, and we want you guys, to make sure this is a comfort zone where you can come to as well. So always remember that. We are definitely here for all you guys. And with that said, too, getting back to on the banner that's here, a lot of mental health was needed going through that 10-week process, and they did a phenomenal job, and they were definitely an inspiration to my mental health. So with everything's relevant to what the show is all about and what we've already accomplished. We're just going to keep this train going and make sure, guys, if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, that's pretty simple. You go to our YouTube and just search put the @ symbol in HJC Media Group, and check out all our previous shows. I think we have officially recorded 11 episodes. These live streams, we'll just count them as live streams. But we want to separate that from our real recording shows into these shows. So we're looking to do a lot more behind the scenes stuff. Me and Roy were talking earlier. We need to get on this plane and head out to a certain location. But we're always working to make the show entertaining for you guys. And also we want to keep you guys on this journey with us, because you will not be forgotten. So we want to come up with some type of poll for the OG squad. Our membership open, 500 subscribers, free subscribes. Get those subs out there for the 500, and let's see what we can do for the next level to our OG squad. So without you guys, this isn't possible. So we're going to keep this train rolling, right, Roy?
Absolutely, man. And I want to give a shout out to Hidden Treasures. Our good friend Isaiah Hudson and his dad, Zach. I went out and visited the shop before, did a little snippet with him at the shop there, and I went out and visited him this week. We cut some deals. Yeah,
Nice.
I just went in as a customer, and I brought in some Jordan inserts that, they were asking about, and so I brought some stuff in, and we just cut some trades, man. I got a box of Conor Bedard exclusive Upper Deck, and I got some wrestling figures. They're open to figures, but they're just so cool because he's got them like $5 a figure. You get 3 for $12. And I'm talking about like Scott Halls and HBK, just some classics, dude. I just like the open ones like that. I'm not spending like, $500 for it in the box, but just to have a few opens, and I got them displayed out and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we just cut some trades, man. It was fun. Friend of mine went with, and she had a binder of cards that she picked up at Goodwill, and she wound up selling them there. She made a little cash in her pocket. It's just fun, man. It's the hobby. It's a good time to be in it. If you're not in it, man, eBay, everything's blowing up, man. It's fun, dude. So again, it goes back to mental health. You got to do some stuff that makes you happy. Hidden Treasures is a great place. Pokemon, they're exploding right now. They're so big that they got to rent out the gym across the street to get to fit everybody in there for fire department safety reasons, because the shop now is just too small to house everybody for those Pokemon. And I think they're getting to the point where they might even need a bigger space. So that is awesome to see. Zach, who me and my dad met at the flea market, he started out the flea markets, and now he graduated and he's got a store. So wanted to give a shout out to those guys.
Absolutely. And check this out real quick, Roy. There is a final over on the other side of Florida where I'm at right now. There is a final, ladies and gentlemen, and that final is 2-1 Panthers. They are heading to their second straight Stanley Cup final. So congratulations to the Florida Panthers and even the New York Rangers. They had a hell of a battle, a hell of a series. Florida wins it 4-2 in the series, game 6. So it's been a phenomenal series to Chuck, Bennett, Tarasenko. The goaltending was great. The defense has been great. It's been just a phenomenal hitting series, and a lot of everything going on there. So awesome. So there's the update for that. Congratulations to them. It should be a banger of a Stanley Cup final.
One of our United States servicemen, he's a young man in his early 20s. I'm going to give him a shout out here. His name is Ty Skelnick. He's a huge Florida fan. He's serving our great nation right now in the service. And so with his undying support and his dedication to the country and being out in the front lines right now, I just wanted to give him a shout out. He's down by the Cape Canaveral area.
Nice.
Serving our great nation. And he's a Florida fan. So you know what? I want it for him. Why do I want it for him? Because he is in the military, he's in the military branch. And I admire our military people. So he wanted it so bad. And I know he's happy. Let the man be happy, man. He's serving our nation right now. Go Florida for him.
All right.
And thank you for your service, Ty.
Thank you for your service, buddy. I appreciate you.
So,
a couple shout outs on Facebook chat. Ryan Tierney, hello, my friend. He says, holy cow, get it, Rob. Good job, brother. Thank you, man.
Yes.
Thanks for tuning in. Let's go take a look at what else got going on here. So once again, boom. Make sure, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already. All right. Oop, there we go. double clicky. We want to hear from you. We are live right now on X, YouTube, and of course my Facebook. So come join the party to our OG squad out there. So with that said, Roy, I do want to take it over, and we're going to bring it down just a little bit here, the mood. But I know you want to make mention of something tragic that just occurred, and I'm going to give you the floor, my friend.
Yeah, so as you all know, I talked about bowling, and the bowling alley that I bowl at is Bolero right now. It's a major corporation who is expanding all over the United States and I think globe. But the general manager there at the Woodridge branch, Jen Lipp, Lipp, two N's in her name, two P's. But if you Google her, Jen Lipp, Romeoville, Illinois, there's a GoFundMe page right now. If you feel it in your heart, you got a chance to try. Definitely try it if you got anything you can do. She tragically just passed away, and we're all shocked. I mean, she's only in her 40s. Her daughter was going to be a senior in high school. She's got a younger child as well, and I knew her husband way back when, and these two have been together forever. She was the general manager at the bowling alley, full of a lot of energy, a lot of spunk. She loved the game of bowling, the sport of bowling. She should be in the Bowling Hall of Fame. In fact, I want to get a petition going maybe, and let's get her in St. Louis's Hall of Fame database because she belongs there. She did a lot for the sport, not only as a bowler, but in the business world. She's been like in the bowling industry working since like 2001. That's insane, right? She's been a general manager not only of one center, but she was managing multiple centers, plural. But just tragically passed away unexpectedly. So the family now has expenses, of course, to put her to rest, and the family's got to carry on. And so I think their goal was $12,000. You just showed it up there on the screen. They're at like $300 right now. If you have the means necessary and you find it in your heart, this is a good family right here. These are hardworking people who just trying to make a living, and they're good people, man. So Jen, rest in peace. In fact, I want to hopefully write get in touch with the folks at the St. Louis Bowling Hall of Fame. There's no reason why she shouldn't be inducted as a contributor to the sport, because a female general manager for all these years running multiple centers and a bowler herself, I think she more than deserves a spot in the Bowling Hall of Fame as a contributor. So not necessarily as a bowler per se, but as a contributor, because she's bowled and she's managed and she's worked her ass off in the industry. So I'm going to start that up. I'm going to be an advocate, and guys, my prayers and thoughts are with you for that family. So thank you, Rob, for the floor there for that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, my friend. And rest in peace, Jen. God bless her and her family. My condolences as well. It's always hard to lose somebody, especially suddenly like this, especially around our age here, Roy. So always count your blessings, ladies and gentlemen, because every night could be your last. Never take anything for granted. And I've learned that the hard way. So I think a lot of us have. So moving forward, just try to keep the peace and always count your blessings and hug your loved ones hard and tight every night.
And that's why I have all these toys, right? Oh, you're a big kid, Roy. Grow up. Why you got all these toys? You're a hoarder. You know what? It makes me happy, and I don't care, and I offer no apologies for it. So surround yourself with stuff that makes you happy, hobbies, things, goals. Do it. Life is too short. We could be gone at any time. So I love my animals. I love my sports collectibles, and I'm me, and that's what I'm going to do. So
excellent. So we want to hear from you, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be coming to a close on this short stream here soon, but we do want to hear from you. We want to get some comments. You can comment on Twitter, YouTube, or my personal Facebook for all my friends coming on in. We know it's we're trying something different. We're trying to hit different times. We want to see if you guys are watching sports. Do you come on to? We know we're on social media. We're always on our phones.
Hit us up, man. Let's have some discussions.
Always on our phones, guys. All right.
If you disagree with us or you agree
Let's
with
talk.
us or you want us to talk about a certain topic, just tell us. Come to us. I don't like this whole passive aggressive phase where people
Mhm.
troll or they say stuff like, just
Well, we've
come.
been there, done that.
Let's have a good discussion, man. It's okay to debate some topics and some things and some situations. Totally cool. Totally.
Cool. Totally cool. Let's see what else we got going on over here. As I look on the social medias, guys, I'm kind of cutting through things in here and just seeing if anyone's commented. We do have a few comments, so thank you for those. Just read those out. A lot more subscribers from the past couple weeks. Analytics are up, so we thank you for that as well. Thank you. We have many big guests, like we said, coming up. So, yeah, I don't have much more to talk about tonight, Roy, unless
I
you have
just
any
want
final
to
thoughts.
say real quick, what the hell is up with the regional sports baseball
Yes,
networks?
that's right. That's
All
right.
right.
Mhm.
Shout out to Carrie, who just sent me an article here telling me about the networks. There's cities that can't even watch their own home teams, right? So you live in Detroit, you want to watch your Tigers, you can't. You can watch other teams, but you can't watch the Tigers. Like, what's up with that? They're like blacked out. So, Marquee Network, Crane Kenny just went on and he was expressing concern because Comcast wants to pull them from their platform. And Comcast is talking about getting out of the sports business altogether. Like, for a cable company that's struggling with streaming and everything that's coming in. See, I missed the days back in the day, WGN, the Cubs on the Superstation,
Yeah.
WTBS and the Braves, and then the Mets on WOR. I grew up with Kinder's Corner, Gary Carter, Dale Murphy, Skip Carey coming into your house, Harry Carey and Ryan Sandberg. And those were the golden days of baseball. And now you got to get an MLB TV package, which I have just for the Red Sox because I'm a reporter and I cover for them, right? So, and I live in Chicago, so I've got to get it because it's work for me. It's also a passion, but the thing of it is that you're going to have to get it if you're going to want to watch your teams. Like last night, even though I got the MLB TV package, I couldn't even watch my Red Sox because they're on Apple TV. So I got blacked out on my subscription that I have because I don't have Apple TV. That's crap where teams are all over the place. Well, we're on Apple TV on Friday night, and then on Sunday we're on Roku.
Well, yeah, and that's what it's like down here too, Roy. And from Florida, I can't even watch a Rays game.
Isn't it like why? Why can't you?
I want to watch the Rays Cubs. If I'm not going to that game, which I hope I can, but we don't know yet. Shout out Randy. Let's make that happen, brother. So no, if you guys remember the last live stream, and that's what I'm saying, he had some great seats. So if I can get that happening again, that's just a blessing to see the Cubs up that close. My Cubbies, I haven't seen in over 5 years. That'll be some exciting shit to see. So, but continue on.
No, so I don't know where we're going from here. I know everything's going to be streaming. That's what's going to be happening. What is disappointing is that you have to have a subscription to Apple. You have to have a Roku. Netflix is getting in the game now with NFL next year. So you're going to have. So if you want, Amazon Prime, Thursday Night Football. So you're going to have all these little $9.99 or $10 or $15 subscriptions all over the board. Just give me it in one spot. That's why I like MLB TV, and eventually I'm going to have to go that route because the White Sox and the Blackhawks and the Bulls, they're going to pull out of Comcast Sports or NBC Sports Net, and they're going to go to a streaming platform. So, you're going to have to pay to watch them, and they won't be on Comcast anymore. So I don't know where it's going, guys, but if the Cubs aren't on a marquee and they're not on Comcast, wow. Now you're going to have to get them on YouTube TV or Hulu or the other streaming platforms. It's just it's out of control.
It's very, and that's another thing too. And it also leads into the gaming world. And this is relevant because this just happened a few days ago. An announcement was made. I'm a huge Rainbow Six Siege player. All right. So for those who know that game came out in 2015, had a community that's based just for that game. Well, it was. But it's dying. And now I think it's going to die completely because Ubisoft has just announced that they are going to be charging, starting in the next couple of weeks here, $9.99 on top of the subscription you pay for PlayStation Plus, which also inflated. And now they want you to spend $10 okay, a month to play a game that's dying off anyways. That is how you destroy a franchise and say F you to all our loyal players and
Agreed.
streamers and content creators that are making a living off this video game. Okay. So if anyone understands like Twitch streamers, YouTube streamers here on gaming, even Facebook, you notice that these people have all these cool setups like me. I have a green screen, right? So I feel I have a professional setup, streaming setup, in my opinion, right? This is perfectly fine. Well, here's the thing. I'm not going to charge you guys $9.99 a show to watch us when all we ask for is a donation towards the mission. But if you don't want to do that, that is your choice. What I don't like is I'm playing a game that I've been with since 2015 and it's 2024 and it's a 10-year plan. And you're going to screw me on the last year and other people to just ruin the momentum, to ruin what partnership you had with your consumers, to ruin and get jaded from a game that you put your blood, sweat, and tears in.
Yeah.
That made
bad.
millions and millions of dollars for streamers and pro league teams. This is some serious shit, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on with the upsells of TV and gaming subscriptions? Netflix is out of control. Amazon Prime is starting to get more money. You got the PlayStation and Xbox subscriptions are out of control. Games are going up.
Apple TV,
Paramount. Oh, but if you go out and get another phone, an iPhone or something, or a Droid or whatever, and you get this free, you also get Verizon or whatever internet, let's say, right? Or ABC company, or it doesn't matter.
Disney, don't forget about Disney if you want Disney Plus. Even ESPN's getting in on it now. If I want to watch certain NHL games, you got to get ESPN Plus.
Right. And that's unfortunate. And you wonder why certain people go out there. You remember the cheater box back in the day? Those got zapped, and everyone used to get those pay-per-views for free. The WrestleManias that cost $50, $60.
We didn't own one of those, for the record, but
we know some people that might know some people that might know some people.
Pay-per-views on some people that we knew that knew.
Right. So it's kind of the same thing. You might be seeing that happen all over again. And let's just hope that doesn't happen. So, well, Roy, I mean, with all this happening in the broadcasting world, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, for those who follow this, how do you feel? Let us know on our Twitter page. I got to figure this out, ladies and gentlemen, because Roy's going to be taking control of our Twitter page here shortly. So we're going to get those followers.
Rob. It's X.
Twitter X. It's X. My bad. See?
Degeneration.
That's why I'm handing the keys over to that man, Roy Herman. He's going to be taking the wheel on X.
Is going to be taking X.
And not the drug, ladies and gentlemen. Not the
oh,
drug.
Yeah. Good disclaimer. I don't know anything about that, so I didn't know what you're talking about. But anyway, thanks for mentioning that.
No problem. Absolutely no problem.
I just see what you did there. Nobody knows what X is. It's a family show. But anyway. And Rezo Radio, last bit, 95.9 The River, just went to alternative.
Oh, yeah.
Classic. Not alternative. Classic alternative, which is now supplanted classic rock here in Chicago. So 95.5, you could still get a little bit of AC/DC and Metallica and some of that stuff. But on 95.9 The River, that music is dead. All you're going to get are the 90s. It's going to be like a kind of a old Q101. So now we're getting into the age of Nirvana, Alice in Chains, and that's going to be it. Hair metal and heavy metal, it's dead, guys. Like, where's Elvis Presley anymore and all that music? Long gone. So now it like really hit me. It's like, man, classic alternative. In the 80s, that's oldies music now. You know, that's considered oldies, right? So 94.7, you can listen to Madonna and Prince and all that stuff, but it's oldies.
Yep, I saw it. And when you sent me that text message, I'm like, I told my lady, I was like, Chris, you're never gonna believe this.
You
Blink
worked for
182.
95.9 The River.
I did. I was intern there. Met Mongo McMichael. Funny story about that, actually.
Oh yeah, I love that story. Why don't you tell it, man?
Yeah, got a few minutes, you know. All right, so I worked at 95.9 The River, and that's obviously in Chicagoland for those that aren't aware, that aren't from the area. But it was my internship back in 2010 into 2011. And we'll just call this guy Mickey. All right, that worked at this place. All right, so this person's on my Facebook, so if you're listening, I am covering up your identity here. So Mr. Mickey was working there at the time, and Mongo McMichael was coming in to shoot a promo for a car commercial. And Mongo McMichael is pounding on the door, and I'm setting up commercials. I'm setting up commercials in my studio area and programming them for, you know, future radio shows. And I hear this pounding, pound, 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 pound. I'm like, what the? Get up, go grab the door. It's a big ass dude. Definitely looked like he's been beat up, because don't forget, he also was a professional wrestler. All right. He was a heavyweight champion in WCW. In the Four Horsemen, an iconic faction, legendary faction, and also Super Bowl champion, restaurant owner, personality, TV, radio personality. I mean, you can't get any better than that. He was beat up. Very nice to me. He's like, what's going on, young man? I said, hey, Mr. McMichael, good to see you. He goes, where is this Mickey motherfucker at? I'm like, oh, shit. He goes, he gave me the wrong damn directions, and I got some words for him. And he pointed him in the direction. Hey, man, shut up, sit down. Let's record this shit. I don't want to hear nothing from you. Shit. I'm like, oh, man. That ain't going too well. But they patched everything up afterwards. He goes, they patched it up. Everything was fine. He says, nice to meet you, young man. He gave me a nice little one-arm bear hug. I'm like, dude, what the F just happened? So mark that one down. That one's a good one.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So shout out to you know, Netflix, because you might want to talk to us. We got some stories for you.
Oh, dude, we got stories, man.
We got stories that I don't think anyone knows yet. Guys, that's another reason you have to subscribe to our channel, because there's so much shit that we're going to be telling you from here on out. That
we'll have to tell the hitchhiker story to one day coming out of BCT that I gave a ride, and you almost like died.
Yeah, we're gonna die.
You're like, what are you doing, Roy?
We're gonna die.
Just got out of jail. It's like 10 o'clock at night. This guy comes to the car and is like, hey man, can I get a ride? I'm like, yeah, get in, buddy. He's like, I'll give you $20. I'm like, get in. And I don't know who was more shocked, he or me, and we were both looking at each other like we had an eye the whole ride. And you walked in the car and you're like,
yeah, I was fucking scared, man.
Don't tell my mom.
I'm like, what are you doing? It's crazy.
I made $20. You can't do that today.
No, fuck no, you can't.
But I made $20, man.
You did. You made $20, but you can't do that today. So, with that music playing, Roy, we know what that means. It's time for us to get going. But it's been a great show. Nice live stream, I should say. I don't want to call it a show. It's just a conversation. I got my little anxiety ball in hand. Still having some finger issues there. Don't know what to do, but we're going to figure that out. And we'll get back to you. So, yeah. With that said, Roy, thank you, brother. Love you, man. You've been helping me out a lot.
Buddy. Love you too, man.
We're going to have a great show.
Doctor out there that wants to give us a Rob, you know.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have a great show here in the future with Coach Quigley. So, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more information coming your way. For those on YouTube, my personal Facebook, and on X, not the drug, but the social media platform.
Don't know nothing about that.
He does nothing about it. We want to thank you guys. So with that said, God bless you. Make sure to follow us on all platforms. We'll see ya.